Alright, so I actually had to get the bike off the stand in the back here, and I actually loosened up the axle nut even more, and I just took a mallet and hit the back of the tire to push the wheel forward. So now I should have plenty of slack now. Let's go in here and look at this. So here's my new sprocket. And I should have plenty of slack, so I'm gonna just basically stick this right in here, right where the right into the chain on it. And this here I have to kind of wiggle this a little bit to get into the spline. Okay, it's in the spline. That's good there. Just a matter of pushing it in. Again, it's probably just a little wiggle here and there. Okay. It's not all the way in. You have to push it a little bit more. There it goes. So you want to push it in enough so that way, because the spline here has a groove. It has a groove, so for this to go in and spin and lock it in place, you have to push the spline, the sprocket, past that groove. Now it's past the groove. I can put my little sprocket lock back on there. It's in. Like so. Now I get my two bolts that I took off earlier. So it goes in. So looking at these bolts, they look like they don't have any type of thread locker on them. So I'm just gonna leave them like that, leave them be. This one. I used my socket wrench this time. Last time I used the box wrench. Let's do the socket wrench this time because I have plenty of clearance. So it feels like it's, I thought I put it in first gear. Yeah, it is in gear. Okay, so tightening up. And go back to the box just because, to do the actual tightening. You know, again, this is only a 10mm bolt, so it doesn't need that much torque. The good thing is that the in gear, so I can get that bolt towards the top there. So the yeah, so it doesn't need that much torque. I don't have a good grip on here. I barely put my fingers on it because I don't have any clearance. Okay, that should be good. So basically I just tighten it up, cinch it down, and I'm gonna put this back on. So this is the hard part right here, is to get this chain guard here, this metal chain guard, to clear the chain. So that's gonna be the hardest part here. It might help that if you lift the bottom of the chain down here in the back here, if you lift this up a little bit, you see that the chain up here, it moves and it actually comes further up like so. That's what you want. You want this chain to like completely kind of wrap the sprocket, so that way it takes up whatever slack. Because if there's too much slack, it opens up and it gets in the way of the chain guard. Well, actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna pull the wheel back, so that way I take up all the slack, or take up more slack. So I'm gonna do that by using my mallet and hitting the front of the wheel down here. So you see my mallet towards the bottom right corner of the screen. I'm gonna hit the front of the wheel, and hitting it back, so that way it can slide back a little bit and take up the slack basically. So that took a pretty good amount of slack already. Do some more, a few more blows. think that's pretty good amount of slack taken up. Okay, so now let's put the cover back on. So this is going to be the hardest part here of this whole job, just because of that clearance. I can see the guard actually in the way of the chain. Yeah, I can see it. I can see that guard right there, sticking right in the way. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, almost. Dang it. Nope. Didn't get it. I thought I got it. Make sure all my other stuff here, all my hoses and all those lines are out of the way. Man, I can feel it. Almost there. There's just too much slack. Let me hit the wheel back some more. Actually, let me. I'm actually gonna tighten up the chain slack adjuster on the back there, and that will take up the slack. Be easier that way. So back to the front or the back here. I'm just gonna do this to take up the slack. Oops. Oh, that's the wrong size. Wrong size. Do this here. Pick up the slack. Do it on both sides. Slack. Oops, wrong direction. Wrong direction there. So I'm putting my hand up on the bottom of the chain just to feel the slack on it. So it looks like it's pretty good as far as slack goes. Okay. Back to the front here. Okay. So we get this in now. Oh, wait a minute, bring it. Man, I can feel it, it's right there. You can see it too. I'm looking right down right here, and I can see, right in here, I can see the chain guide just barely clearing. Barely clearing the chain. It's just barely there. So I'm pushing this thing forward so that way hopefully it clears the chain more, but still kind of, man, I'm having a hard time here. I need to wipe this clean or something. Let's see. I can see it's like right there. Totally see it too. It's right there, dang it. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I got it. Did I get it? I think I got it. Yep. Wait. Nope. No, I didn't get it. I almost got it. Oh, come on. Man, almost got it. Okay, let me try this with the. I think maybe I need to take this chain guard off, possibly. Take it off a little bit so I could get more clearance, or I could like actually see what the hell I'm doing. That might be too much of a pain to be able to get the cover on the guard. Let's see. So I'm passing the outer link, but it looks like it's getting hung up on the inner link of the chain. So the chain guard is let's look at this. So the chain guard is being held on the cover here. Right here, there's one little pin here, and there's one on the bottom, near the plastic part of the cover. And it's kind of like they, after they put it on, they kind of like smushed it so that way it's like there's a mushroom head on the side, and it's kind of like a rivet. So that's what's holding it in. So for me to take this off, I have to kind of break that off a little bit. So I might have to do that just so that I have some working space, because with the cover on here, I don't have any space to work, to get my fingers anywhere. So I think I'm gonna do that. So I'd rather not do that, but I don't have a choice right now. And it's just basically busting up the mushroom cover right there. So let's see how much space I have here. Yeah, it's hitting the, yep, just as I expected. It's hitting the inner, not the inner, but the, what am I saying, the inner? Yeah, the inner link. So this is the outer link you see, and the inner one is actually hitting that one. So the chain on each side of the chain, there's two links, right? There's the inner link and there's the outer link. So that's what it's hitting right there. So the only other way I could see working this is if I had to take this off again and put both the sprocket on and the chain guard on at the same time. Yeah, so this is not gonna work. Okay. So that's not gonna work, so I'm gonna have to do that then. And I think once I do that, I have just enough clearance. There should be just enough clearance, because where the rollers are, in the middle of the chain, the rollers, there's more clearance there, so you should be good there. Okay, so stay tuned for part 3. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just take this off again. You don't need to see that, and I'm gonna give myself some slack so that way I could, slide this off. I might not have to take it off all the way. I think I could just kind of slide it partially off, just enough to clear this guard here. Alright, so stay tuned for part 3.